another around 30 minutes. This is basically where I take people out in the fandom or the collecting world, and I get to know them a little better and everything. So it's a great way to a positive thing to get to know people and everything. So as always, I have a special guest today. I have an artist who is named Candice. If you haven't heard of her, she was recently on Stasis Lock. It's a Beast Wars podcast and everything. But before I ask you that, how was that, and how did you like doing it or something?
Oh yeah, it was very fun. I met those guys a couple of years ago in Arkansas, so I was happy to do that with them. It was very fun. I had a great
Okay,
time.
very nice. Well, I live in Arkansas also. I live next to Mike. I'm
Oh,
about an hour away from Mike, so I know Arkansas very
oh, that's
well.
great.
Awesome, awesome. So, what for the first question I always ask usually is, well, how are you doing? First of all, I didn't ask you that. I'm sorry. How are you doing? And thank you so much for joining us. I know I'm
So,
such a terrible host already.
God, no. I'm fan freaking tastic. It's a
Awesome.
beautiful fall weather we're having up here in Pennsylvania this weekend, so
Oh,
it's
nice.
a welcome because it's been very hot and humid.
Yeah.
Probably very similar to Arkansas down there. So,
It's always hot and humid. Well, winter we get a little break during the winter and fall and
oh,
everything, but
good.
it's always just terrible down here. So, yeah, I know that was Gator. He hears other dogs outside and he has to talk to them. It's
I
just that's
love
what he
his
does.
name.
Gator Pug, that's what he is. So, my first question I always ask is, do you collect and what do you collect?
I do collect. I collect a lot of Beast Wars. I'm a Beast Wars girl, and a Beasties girl, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And I've been doing the masterpieces mostly,
Oh,
but I do try to go for some of the little knickknacks I've never seen before on
okay.
Shmeebay, as I call it,
Yeah.
and just little relics here and there. I'm not crazy about it. I do have my limitations.
Okay,
Um,
good. That's good.
I do some traveling too, so it's a little bit of give and take.
Yeah. Do,
That's Go ahead.
Now, do you have some of the older like Beast Wars? Original Beast
Oh,
Wars?
oh yeah, yeah. I've
Okay.
got the originals. Like my very first one was Rhinox, and so I
Oh,
still
okay.
have him, my little prize possession. A few from a friend, and yeah, a lot of the originals. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
Okay.
treasure
Very
them.
nice. Very nice. Very nice. So,
They'll be worth something someday. I don't care. I'm keeping them.
I mean, okay, if you're in this for trying to get money out of it, you might be in the wrong. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, everybody in the hall. 'Cause
Oh, in general. Okay.
people in general think that, and they watch those Pawn Stars, and
Mm,
they find stuff and everything like, every once in a while you'll find a gold mine, but really in reality, this stuff ain't really going to probably hold value and everything. Just in your heart, that's all it's going to hold value in. That's all that matters.
exactly.
Exactly. So
Exactly.
why do you think you collect? When did you start and why did you collect? Why do you collect right now?
Probably back because of the show. I fell in love with the stupid show, and no, I mean
It's
it
a
out of love.
stupid
I mean it
show.
out of love. And ever since I got my first one from my brother for Christmas, which was my Rhinox,
Hmm.
it's been going ever since. But back then I was much younger, so I only had like an allowance to use. And oh my gosh, I found a few that I've had in boxes for years and years now, and
Oh,
they still have the Ames sticker price tag on. I'm like, oh my gosh, remember Ames? We
yeah.
had Ames up here. I don't know if you guys had, but
I,
yeah, it was like little retail stores, very small,
yeah.
but that's where we got most of our toys because it was local, and it's, it was,
Yeah.
it started from there and just kept going progressively over the years. It
Right.
wasn't like it is now, like, oh, I want this, because now I work full time and I've got the money
Exactly.
to sometimes
Yeah.
buy the things I can finally want.
That's the most dangerous thing to have
I
money,
know, I know.
extra money to buy stuff, and then you get a bunch of stuff, and you're like, why did I get all this stuff?
Yes.
What was I thinking?
I
Nice.
remember going to Kmart years ago when we still had
Kmart.
one. At
Yeah.
Kmart, right? And
Mm.
there was like a whole wall. I could be exaggerating just the way I remember it, but I swear it was a whole wall of Tigatrons. And then after
Wow.
that, you've never seen them ever again. And I never got
Yeah.
one. And so I had to go looking on eBay
Hmm.
to find them, or conventions. But yeah.
Yeah. eBay is a devil. eBay is what got me into my G1 stuff, and yeah,
Yes.
It's terrible. Nice, very nice. So, who is your favorite character, and why is he or she your favorite character?
From Beast Wars
Well, any, I mean anything.
or anything.
Yep.
I'm a sucker for the good guys.
Okay.
So, um, back at Beast Wars, it originally started, I think, with the Rat Trap and Rhinox, and then
Okay.
somehow, maybe like in the last episodes of the first season, Optimus sacrifices himself. I'm like, oh my god, this character's awesome too. So I kind of bummed. It's like Optimus and Rat Trap, or I can't really decide between the two. But
Hmm.
then Rhinox and Megatron's up there.
Yeah.
Megatron was just incredible. I loved him,
Yeah.
and Inferno because he's crazy. So those
Yeah.
few I kind of fell in love
Iconic
in.
Beast
So,
Wars. Right.
yeah.
Okay. Very nice. So, what is one of your favorite pieces? Like in your collection, what is your one of your favorite ones that
Oh
like?
my
I just
goodness.
say I don't want anything bad to happen, but if, let's say your house is burned down. Which I know,
What would
which
I
one?
grab?
Which one would you grab if you could only grab one?
Only one? Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I
That
know.
is.
Well, realistically, you would just hug everything and just be running out with everything. But if you could only grab one.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh my goodness. Probably my Rhinox. I mean, I couldn't, out of sentimental reasons, I couldn't replace
Yeah,
that.
that is true. That is
Do I
true.
even have him on display? I have to find him first.
You're like
He's probably in a box somewhere.
he means so much to me, but man, I don't even know where he's at.
Oh, it's
Golly.
terrible. I'm pretty sure he's in a box with some
Now
other
you
originals, but
now your brother's gonna be like,
I know he's gonna beat me up.
come on, I gave it to you and everything. So very
I
nice.
know, it's terrible.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you stuff about because you're a talented artist. I'm gonna put
Oh, thank you.
uh, your Facebook page and all that stuff. I'm gonna put that in the description, all that stuff, so everybody can
Thank you.
definitely go check that out. Whenever this is over with, y'all, definitely go check out her work because it's beautiful. So what got you into drawing, and how long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it for as long as I can remember. I was very little. I
Hmm.
wasn't I wasn't a prodigy. I wasn't like amazing or anything.
Yeah.
It took many years. And I don't think I really focused on it until bum 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 the Lion King came out, and I was like, oh my god,
Oh.
I want to draw these characters because this is
Yeah.
awesome. And so I
Hmm.
would get I think I still have them, almost all of the trading cards, and I would just use those as my
Oh, nice.
reference to
Uh-huh.
draw,
Yes.
because back then we didn't have DVDs. Kids, we didn't have DVDs. We had VHS. And
Oh man.
this can go along to my Beast Wars drawing too. I would kid you not, I would record the episodes, and before we got the internet, and
Hmm.
I'd sit there in front of the TV and hold it on pause and start drawing. Now,
Oh,
mind
okay.
you,
Yeah.
the VCR would only pause for like 5 minutes at a time. So I
Yeah.
would sit there and draw as quickly as I could in front of the TV, tube
Very nice.
TV, and rewind or pause again, or whatever you had to do back then with the VCRs. And that's how I would
Yeah.
start drawing those. But I would see my older sister draw, and she was very good at it too.
Hmm.
So she would draw like horses and animals, and
Oh,
I
okay.
thought, this kind of, I want to get into it too. And I guess it kind of just went on from there, and I just kept doing it.
Hmm. So you just basically started doing it because it was just for fun. It wasn't
Yes, it was a
because of a
hobby.
job or anything, just a hobby. Okay.
Yeah, yep.
Very nice. Very nice. So, what character do you like drawing the most? And it's any. I mean, it don't have to be a transformer. It could be just any character. It's really you go to. It's your go-to drawing.
Go-to drawing. Probably anything from Disney. Stitch,
Okay.
The Lion King is still up there for me. It's
Hmm.
my heart. Yeah, that's probably the biggest
Now,
one.
Did you go watch the Lion King, the new, the
I
animated?
did. I did. Did
Okay.
you?
No, I did not. I
No.
haven't. We didn't. I may wait for it. I just love it's one of my favorite Disney films.
Yes.
Lion King is, and I was like, I don't know if I want to go watch that, and it just, I don't want to say ruin it, but it just wouldn't do it for me like the animation did, or like that. So, but how did you like it? Oh,
Oh, did I lose you? Oh, there we go.
no, you're good. Yeah, okay. It happens.
um,
Don't believe me. I've had people on before, and I'll just sit there, and it freezes, and then and I'm just like, oh, okay. So, but did you like the remake of it?
I was
You didn't, did you?
disappointed for the most part.
Yeah, I know. You can see by your face, and that's how I look like whenever I get because I love Transformers, and in some of my reviews, you can see my face like I'm just like,
Face said it all.
Yeah.
That's right.
And your face just said you went, it was fine. It was fine. So it really didn't do it for you like the original.
No, no. I actually had to rewatch the original again to kind of get it out of my head.
To get that bad taste out of your mouth.
No,
You're like,
right.
oh, it was
Not
so
to bash
bad.
it that much. I love that John is all for the CGI and not using real animals for that. I
Hmm.
love that and I want to support that because it does look amazing. I think
Hmm.
the biggest part for me was the rewriting of some of the script, and
Oh,
it
they did
just
that. Oh, okay.
a little bit, and it's just what they did put in just seemed to me mediocre. It wasn't.
Hmm.
It didn't flow as
It
nicely. It
didn't add
didn't.
to the film. It didn't add
Yeah,
to the
exactly,
storyline and
exactly.
everything. Okay, gotcha. Now,
Yeah,
how was the voice acting? Was the voice acting?
I was
Mm,
not fond of it either.
okay.
A lot
Well,
of it. There were some great moments and some good things that made me laugh, some good
hmm.
jokes and sense of humor. But for the most part, it was just no. It just didn't do it
Just
for me. I was disappointed with
that's
that.
fine.
Even James Joel Jones, it was a little below.
What
I
he?
was
Yeah.
like, huh. I kind of left. I didn't get the feeling, the emotion that I was looking for.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So it's just
Yeah.
meh. It's fine. That's
Sorry
fine.
to any of the fans out there.
Oh, they'll be all right. They'll be all right. So, who are some of your favorite artists, and who influences you? You know, like who when you look up to artists, who do you look up to and everything?
It's tough for me to pick one. I don't know if this will sound bad for me or I don't really
Oh,
follow one particular artist. I mean,
okay, well, that's fine.
I'm friends with a couple like Damon Bat and his G1 stuff is just he just
Hmm.
seems to pull out of his head and just looks amazing and I just can't do that. And of course Dan Canna,
Hmm.
uh Alex Milne, is that how you pronounce his name? Alex Milne,
Yeah, yeah,
Nick Roche.
yeah,
Um and Sarah. I can't remember her last name, but they're just a few that I'll follow here and there.
yeah.
I'll check them out once in a while, but it's not like
Gotcha.
I follow anyone in
Follow everybody.
particular very
Okay,
closely.
totally understandable. Okay, so to go off on that, if you could sit down for 30 minutes with an artist, dead or alive, who would you pick and what would you talk about?
Holy crap! I was not expecting that.
So
That's a
I
good
should have
question,
sent you a list of questions so you could actually do, be like, okay, he's going to ask
right?
this,
Not
catch you
have
off
this awkward
guard.
moment of silence.
If you don't have an answer, if you don't have an answer, that's fine. We can move on. I mean, it's that's a hard because there's so many
It is, yes.
so
Yeah, I might if I can go back to it, I will. But let's
okay, we'll
skip.
go.
Give me
Okay,
my lifeline. I need a lifeline.
that you want to call a friend? Nice.
I call
Okay.
it.
All right. So how did you come about creating your art style and from your transformer sketches? So what gets you to draw the way you do, which is like I said, once again, I'm going to put up her Facebook page and everything. I mean, her Beast Wars stuff, man, that quick strike, because that's my favorite Beast Wars character.
Oh,
And when I
oh,
saw that,
good.
I'm like, I might, I'm gonna have to send you money or something to send me that print or something. I was like, come on, come on. But so what influences your art style? I mean, how did you draw like that?
Uh, well, thank you. First of all, it's been many, many, many years. I started drawing Beast Wars about '97,
Okay,
and when I
so
first started drawing, like I said, I was sitting in front of the TV. It was just like basically pencil line art, and I
hmm.
sat there thinking, just isn't what I want them to look like. What am I missing here? And then by then we had the internet, so I'd print out a picture someone took from the show. And I think my first fully shaded was like Rhinox's headshot. And I just
No,
started like shading, a little bit shading here, a little bit shading. It doesn't quite look right. Gotta get the contrast. And then from there, it just kind of exploded into
yeah,
okay, this is what I'm looking for, and this is what I want to do. And so it's been that way ever since. And I just kind of perfecting my technique. And over the years, it
oh
kind
yeah,
of looks
hmm,
kind of sloppy or one it looked pretty good, but then I went back to messing it up, or I don't
yeah,
know. But so it's just I just sit there and just follow the shapes. I draw out the figure first and
hmm,
all the lines and shapes and stuff. Then I start shading, and it takes
yeah,
not as long as it used to, but
yeah.
it's still pretty long
So
time.
you go do over the details and stuff and everything. You just
I'm very
back
detail
there.
oriented. Yes,
Yes, it is. It is very well, very well. All
thank
right,
you.
so we will get into other questions. So If you had to stop collecting right now, would you be satisfied with your collection? And if you started collecting again, would you collect a different way?
Hmm. For the most part, if they stopped coming out with these masterpieces, I would
You're
be
like,
pretty
oh, please
satisfied.
stop, please stop. Yeah.
I would be fairly satisfied, I think.
Okay.
Stop looking on eBay and stop with the masterpieces. I would be pretty content with my little collection.
Yeah. Are you
Um,
getting Black Arachnia?
yes,
Nice.
yes,
That looks
definitely.
really good. So now,
Alright.
if you start collecting again, would you do it a different way? Would you even start collecting again?
Definitely. I
Okay.
would. I would. Yeah. I
And you would
just
just,
I can't help it. I can't help it, guys. I got a
oh no,
problem. I need an intervention.
dude. Everybody in the chat room has a problem. Everybody that on Facebook, everybody has a problem. They don't want to admit it, but we have problems. I have a problem. I have a plastic crack addiction, man. It is out of this world. And like I mean, I don't know if you ever do this, but whenever you get a transformer in, are you not, you just look at it, you're like, you're waiting for the next one to come along. Like that's how bad it is. Like I just look, I just got a new transformer in, and I'm already excited about what's going to come up next.
Yes.
That's a problem. That's such a
Yes.
problem.
Yes. Okay, I got Megatron. He looks fantastic. I'm on
Yeah.
display in his little pose there. And okay,
Yep.
what's next?
Yeah.
Who's
Where's Black
next? Like
Arachnia?
right there.
Where's Black
Where is she?
Arachnia?
I need her. I need her. Dinobot.
Exactly.
Okay, I got him. Next. Megatron. Next. That's terrible.
Exactly. It
But you
is
still
very
love
bad.
them.
Oh yeah. You have
Sit
to.
there and
You
I
have to.
admire them.
All right. So very nice answer. So like I said earlier, I don't want anything bad to you happen to you or anything. So if you could have one last meal, what would that last meal be?
One last meal.
Hmm.
It could be anything, like a dessert
Anything
or
you want.
anything.
It'd be your last thing. So whatever you want.
Anything. I absolutely love my French toast. And that's
Ooh,
probably my best
nice,
favorite. I haven't had it forever, shockingly. But yeah, that's probably my
nice,
best.
good
Yeah,
choice. I love some
French
good
toast.
French
And just
toast, man.
smother it in maple syrup.
Oh yeah,
Just smother it, yeah.
you have to. And butter, come on now. And powdered sugar,
Oh, cinnamon, yes, all of it.
come on now.
Yes.
No. So, what is your favorite ice cream? Do you like ice cream? And what is your favorite
What is it?
ice cream?
Oh, ice cream. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Your accent threw me off
it's my
for a second.
southern accent. I get it all the time.
Oscar. What's Oscar?
What's your
Sorry.
favorite? If you want an Oscar, what would be your favorite Oscar? Yeah.
Oscar. Ice cream. I am in love with two flavors right now. Not to start any, I'm just gonna say I am vegan. So
Oh, okay.
right now
Okay.
it's the cashew milk, um, dark triple truffle chocolate, whatever the hell it's called. And
Triple.
oh, it's delicious. It's addictive. And the coconut milk, chocolate chip mint.
Okay.
Yeah,
A lot of people,
that's
yeah, I don't like mint, but a
oh,
lot of people pick a mint. I don't know.
see,
I like, like mint candy or whatever. I just don't know if I could eat it in my ice cream though. I don't know.
really? Have you ever had
It's
like that
weird.
peppermint mint, peppermint ice
Yes,
cream?
I've
It's
had that peppermint mint, and I have
okay.
not. No, I have not.
It's
I
very
have
strong. It's
not.
too strong for me, but yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh,
does sound too strong. Very nice, very
oh.
nice. Good answers, good answers.
Mm.
So what is one of your favorite movies? Like if one of your go-to movies, like you could watch it from the beginning, middle, end. It's just one of those movies that could stick with you. Like if you were on a desert island, what would one movie you would take?
Oh, jeez.
And I know there's
I
tons.
know because I hate that because there's so many. It's like from so many genres,
Uh-huh.
like war movies and dramas and comedies, and what? Just one?
Yeah, just one movie.
Oh my
You can name a
goodness.
couple if you want to. I don't care.
Okay, I'm gonna go with probably Step Brothers,
Oh,
and
nice.
I freaking love that movie.
Oh yeah, who doesn't, man? They need to make a part two. They definitely need to make a sequel to that. They really do.
Rescuers Down Under, definitely one of my favorite
Okay.
Disneys,
Okay.
and maybe The Green Mile. I gotta throw a Tom Hanks movie in there.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean,
Good
Forrest
one.
Gump does it for me, and Saving
Mm.
Private Ryan. They
Yes,
really do.
definitely
Man.
Saving Private
So,
Ryan. Yes.
yeah. I remember watching. I was in the military, so when I was over in
Oh,
Germany when that came out, and I remember going to the theater and watching that movie, and it's just like The first thing, the first 10 minutes is just like, wow, that's really it was
Mm.
it touched my heart and everything. So it's
Oh,
really good.
definitely.
But the Green Mile is it. Man, I think anything Tom Hanks has been in, I mean, it's good. I mean,
Pretty
Big.
much.
Come on now.
Big, yes.
Come on,
Yes.
that's
Turner and
a
Hooch,
classic.
yes. Oh, yes.
Yes. Oh, turn. Nice, nice pick, man. I forgot about Turner and Hooch. Golly, man.
Oh, come on.
He's been the Money Pit. Remember the Money
On the
Pit?
money pit,
When he
yes.
bought the house. Oh man, man, come on. We need to talk a little more afterward. But my boy Extra Zero, he said almond milk cherry Garcia is one of his
Oh,
favorites.
yes. That was a good
So
one. Thank
he's not a
you.
vegan, but he can't do lactose.
Oh,
So
but just try them. Just try them anyway. They're
yeah,
delicious.
very nice, very nice. So so what are do you like music, and what was do you remember your first concert you ever went to?
Oh, goodness. First concert, I think, was people might laugh at me, but I was never big into concerts, but I think my
Mm.
first one was Eiffel 65 and Mandy Moore was headlining. I think that was
Oh,
my
many
first
more.
one. I used to be into
Okay.
the I haven't listened to the CD forever, but Eiffel
Yes.
65.
I don't who is I
Yeah.
don't remember. I don't know who Alpha 65 is. I know Mandy Moore is, but I don't know who Alpha 65
Oh, but
is.
oh God, they had that song I'm blue, dava dee dava da, dava
Oh, that's
dee
them.
dava da,
Oh,
da,
okay.
da.
Yeah, I say whenever I have a blue transformer from a review, I'll sing this
There you
sometimes.
go.
I didn't know that was the name of the band. Okay,
Yeah.
very nice. And Mandy Moore, yeah, whatever.
I didn't. She was just there, so I didn't
Yeah,
wasn't there for her, but
I don't like you, Mandy. I want to see the blue guys, the blue people. Very nice. That's good. Good answers. Good answers. So,
Thank you.
um, if someone gave you $1,000, would you be responsible and pay bills, or would you buy Transformers?
Oh my goodness. Uh, well, I have a car payment. I think it would go to my car or my credit card bill.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
very nice.
Is
So you
that
wouldn't pay.
shocking to anybody? I have
Oh yeah,
priorities.
yeah. Nobody had. Yeah, people have to be adult once in a while and everything.
Adulting, yes.
Yeah. So you wouldn't buy. You wouldn't put maybe 800 in bills and maybe 200 for a Transformer.
Maybe.
Okay. I think
I might divvy it up.
yeah, that's what most answers I get is like, I would probably well, some people say half, I'll just spend 500 and then 500 Transformer. Then they say, well, it matters what my wife or husband would say, so
I
that's
don't have to
basically.
worry about that.
Well, my wife would be like, if I spent $1,000 on Transformers and I didn't pay some credit cards off, she'd be like, I'd probably be in trouble, definitely in trouble. So, yeah, she's not here, so I can say whatever I want. Plus, she don't watch my stuff, so it's fine.
Oh.
It's fine. Very nice. So, what's a memorable moment as a kid? As far as as Transformers. So, Beast Wars are going to be for you. So, what is something that just sticks out to you as a kid that that you like to reminisce or something about as far
I
as
love,
Transformers?
I love as far as Transformers. Well, my brother got me into it first of all, so he got me into a lot of the stuff like Mega
Oh, okay.
Man, GI Joe,
Mm-hmm.
Centurions, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he got me into the Transformers and Beast Wars just because he was channel surfing one morning and we came across it. And but he was he was born a year and a half ahead of me, so he was
Okay.
more into the G1
Mm-hmm.
and he had the toys that I would play with. And he'll say to this day that I broke his Generation 2 Optimus Prime. No, I didn't. I didn't break it. And it's probably a fun moment just arguing over that nonsense and
Mm-hmm.
playing with him with my toys and my younger sister. So
Okay.
that's probably my
So,
fondest memories.
was you ever into G1? Also, because you grew up around Beast Wars and everything. So, was you
I
ever, into?
Beast Wars took me back to G1,
Mm-hmm.
so I admire the movie. I love the movie. I watch it a lot.
Oh yeah.
And
Nice.
I try to get back into the older episodes and I love the
Okay.
Dinobots, so
Oh yeah, who doesn't? Who doesn't? Now, do
right.
you do you draw? Do you ever draw G1? Like I've gone back to look at your stuff, and you draw a lot of Disney and Beast Wars. Have you ever thought about drawing G1 stuff?
I've done a couple.
Okay.
And I've had some ideas mulling in my head that I want to do, but I just keep pushing it off.
Hmm.
I just started Scream once and
Oh,
Grimlock.
nice.
I've drawn Optimus a couple times.
Hmm.
Oh, that's probably about it. Oh, Ravage. I drew Ravage. Oh, and Bumblebee. But I just my heart really isn't into the G1, and so many other artists draw the G1, and I just eh. They could do it. They're awesome at it. I'll just stick with the Beast Wars and kind of where I kind of planted myself. I lost your audio. Okay. No. I cannot. Oh no. Oh no. Please stand by. We're having technical difficulties. Uh-oh. Wow, you can do that from your end? Oh no, I can't hear you. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like it. His expressions. It's okay, Jeter. I'll talk to you. Good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Oh, she Bobo. I don't talk like that to my dog. Media message. Refresh. Well, that doesn't help us, does it, Deluxe? Oh no. Worst interview ever. No, I'm just kidding. Totally patient. Plenty of time here. Lost him. Oh, look, there's my dog. Look at him. Isn't he adorable? I'm probably talking to myself. Oh, cheater. Oh, come on. Should I leave too? Should I go back into the thingy? Like studio? How about that?